mistakes and ensure that they won't happen in future. Ladies and gentlemen, Milestone is all about creativity. Trying something which you have never tried before. And the best example of Milestone is reminds me of movie Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, where three friends set out on a trip in order to try something which they feared the most, or try something which they have never tried before. So Milestone is all about embarking the road not taken, because ultimately fortune favors the brave. Milestone meetings reminds me of my journey in Toastmasters Club of Pune West. My journey in Toastmasters began on February 2016, and right from contest, educational session, regular meeting, there were so many achievements I was part of, so many memories I recreated, and so many lessons, life learning lessons I was part of. Joining Toastmasters was a turning point in my life. And in this journey, I met so many new Toastmasters who were a beacon light in my journey. Toastmaster Tejaswini, Toastmaster Mihir Mansorwale, Toastmaster Yogiraj Khanvilkar, Toastmaster Sushrut Joshi, Toastmaster Kedar Shintre, Toastmaster Tushar Karande, Toastmaster Sachin Mahabaleshwarkar, Toastmaster Vivaswan Damle, Toastmaster Amol Joshi, and probably the list will go on and on. And today's milestone meeting is associated with such interesting stories associated with life, Toastmasters journey, and leadership. Now let us move on with the program for today. We have we have we have an educational session cast away by distinguished Toastmaster Brilliant Escape. After that, there will be an district address by distinguished Toastmaster Nitesh Agarwal. After that, followed by there will be a table topics gauntlet by organized by Toastmaster Vivaswan, which is an impromptu session. Followed by that, we will be having evaluations, and then then the closing address and the winners for tonight, and the further announcements will be made. For the efficient conduct and control of the meeting, I have certain colleagues who would be helping me. To present the R counter report, we have Toastmaster Rahul Tangsali. I would like to request Toastmaster Rahul Tangsali to explain his role as an R counter. Toastmaster Rahul Tangsali, are you there?
Rahul doesn't seem to be on the call, so someone else will have to step in for the moment. Anvay, can you do it? Or Shamika, can you do it? Okay, so Shamika will do it in his place. Yeah.
She's explaining the
So,
role, right?
should I explain the role?
Yes.
Okay. So, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I'll be your R counter for the milestone meeting. So, as an R counter, my role would be to keep the track of the filler words, the repetitive words, the short pauses, and the long pauses. As, thus, these are the repetitive words and the filler words that causes disturbance in our speeches while we speak. So, our duty or as a speaker, we should avoid making using these words, and this will ensure that our speeches are fluent. I'll give my report at the end of the meeting when asked for. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shamika. Someone will be observing every single thing that will be happening this meeting. He will have minute observations about the control and conduct of the meeting and how the actual meeting will be conducted. He is the general evaluator. To act as a general evaluator, we have someone who has been a member of Toastmasters Club of Pune Central. He recently achieved the Distinguished Toastmaster Award. So we for the general evaluator we have Distinguished Toastmaster Himanshu Inamdar. it's now time to inaugurate something which we have been waiting for quite a long time, to kickstart the meeting. But before that, there are certain rules, certain ground rules which we need to follow. I request all those participants who have joined to mute your or to keep your audios on mute unless you have to speak further. So that's it. Now let us, without further ado, let us begin with today's meeting. So for the presidential address, I would like to invite on stage our Vice President Education, who is an engineering student and who plays cricket. So let us welcome our presiding officer for today, Toastmaster Mansi Kasande, to present her presidential address.
Thank you, Toastmasters Swapnil. Am I audible and am I visible?
Yes, you are audible and visible.
Hello, Toastmasters, future Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmasters, and district officers. A very good evening to all of you. What a remarkable achievement we are celebrating today. The 450th milestone meeting. First things first, at Toastmasters, we meet for a purpose. And the purpose is we provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop their communication skills and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Secondly, we have 70 participants joining in now, and I am grateful that so many of us are celebrating this special occasion together. It is said that teamwork is at the heart of great achievement. Similarly, we are celebrating this day because of the constant support of the ex-members, the current members, and of course, the visiting Toastmasters. In August 2020, we will be celebrating our 10-year anniversary, and I will be celebrating my 1-year anniversary with the club. I first came to the club as a guest, and I had no idea what Toastmasters was about. I was wearing a track pant and a sweatshirt, while everyone else was wearing formals, and I was puzzled. What is this exactly? Initially, I had no idea what was going on in the meeting. In fact, I was only attending the meeting because my father had told me to do so. And generally, when my father tells me something, I have a very negative reaction to it. So my plan was clear: to attend the meeting and regardless of what happens, tell him I didn't like it at all. But life had other plans for me. I was given a chance to attempt a table topics that day by the table topics master, distinguished Toastmaster Shailesh Nathu sir. I performed so badly in it, in fact, I barely seconds. On the other hand, the best table topic speaker that day, Toastmaster Atharva Khisti, spoke so well, which made me realize that this is the right place to improve my public speaking skills. I still remember that after the meeting, some of the senior members of the club came forward and offered me some words of encouragement. And they tried to assure me that I was not that bad, which I thought I was. This shows the kind of environment TMCP West provides you to grow and develop. Another fond memory with this club is when I was the TMOD for the first time. I was just 2 or 3 meetings old at that time, but Toastmaster Vivaswan Damle, who was the VP Education at that time, encouraged me to take up the role. I was very nervous and I was reading from the script. I did not get time in the past week to prepare well for the role, and my script was incomplete. During one of the prepared speeches, Toastmaster Yogiraj Khanvelkar, who was the general evaluator that day, passed me a note which said, "Talk to the audience." I followed his advice to the T, which helped me in performing the role better. I have attended some 40 odd meetings over the past 1 year, and every meeting has taught me something different. Even though there is a long way to go, I am definitely a better speaker than I was. From being a guest who spoke for barely 40 seconds to giving the presiding officer's address in the 50th milestone meeting, I have come a long way. And this has only been because of the support of all the club members. And over the past 9.5 to 10 years, this club has helped numerous members like me to develop their communication and leadership skills. We would have loved to celebrate this occasion in person with all of you, like before. But we can't do it, obviously. And I believe that we have put our best foot forward to make this meeting as memorable as a physical meeting. We have many exciting sessions lined up now, and I'm pretty sure that all of you will enjoy the meeting to the fullest. Over to Toastmasters Swapnil.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mansi. It was a very informative address. And now we begin with something which we have been waiting for quite a long time. An educational session by distinguished Toastmaster Brilliant SK. Brilliant is a certified Dr. Marshall Goldsmith coach, Gallup certified strengths coach, and a trained facilitator. He is the recipient of the REX Fellow Silver instituted by the United Nations. Brilliant is a member of Bombay Toastmasters Club. Professionally, he is a senior vice president and head human resources with Times Professional, learning a division of Bennett, Coleman and Company Limited, Times of India Group. Brilliant was the first District 98 Director and Region 13 Advisor for the term 2019 to 2020.
Great silence.
Sorry? Let us welcome with a huge round of applause distinguished Toastmaster Brilliant SK to conduct the castaway session.
Thank you, Swapnil. And as they say, bajao, bajao, जोर से बजाओ, पैसे मिल गए, बजाओ, बजाओ. Excellent. And unlike all the other sessions that you may have attended, I would like this session to be a bit different. I would like you to unmute yourself unless you have heavy background noise that is disturbing you as well as the others, because this has to be a session where we interact with each other. Are we all okay with it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It's so good to see all of you virtually though, and congratulations on a wonderful milestone 450, 450th meeting. And we all know that we joined Toastmasters for something which is personal to us. And in the journey, as we begin to grow, learn, and imbibe the facets that Toastmasters provides us, we realize that it's important for us to move from me to we, because there is more that we can learn when we think about others, think about how we can help better the lives of people around us. And Toastmasters gives you that wonderful platform. With this, I would like to inform all the members that I have posted a PDF file which was already sent out by Vivaswan in the morning today. Wow, that's amazing. So if you have downloaded, please give me a confirmation.
Yes.
Yeah, because this will be your guide for the session, and it will help us all through the session. And each one of you will need to have this file with you. You can edit it, and it's an editable file. Okay, so this is reality, dear friends. We all know that we are all in the comfort of our homes, probably away from family and where the action is, but still there are a lot of distractions. And this is where we test ourselves. How effectively can we manage distractions and still ensure that we learn best? So are we all ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. No.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen. You can. Super. So this is a simulation game where each one of you will have to participate, and your participation will ensure the learning outcomes basis what we experience during this particular session. So before we move on, I would request you once again to ensure that you have the file downloaded, and we begin the session on Castaway. Now, it's very important for all of you to know this is a session where your listening skills, your ability to understand what's happening will all play a crucial role. The instructions are beginning right now. If you wish to make a note of it, you can make a note of it. If you mentally want to keep a note, that's perfectly fine. This is very interesting. You are in Thar Desert, participating in an organized trip through the deepest part of the desert in a rusty old vehicle. Unfortunately, the vehicle hits a landmine, killing both the driver and the tour guide, which means, in effect, the two people who know about the desert are no longer with you. The vehicle is completely destroyed and it cannot move. It is 11 o'clock in the morning, and an estimate gives you an indication that you are at least 100 miles away from the original campsite. While each one of you have the latest mobile phones, there are no mobile or GPS signals in this part of the desert. The surrounding area is flat and barren. However, there are some cacti growing that is visible from where your vehicle crashed and exploded. It is summer, so you and your fellow tourists are dressed in shorts and lightweight casuals to ensure that you manage the hot summer months. Now is the most important part. With just the clothes that you're wearing and the fact that you are 100 miles away from the campsite from where you began, you were enjoying, you were playing probably Antakshari with your fellow members, that you forgot to look at directions, and you were in that activity and enjoying, having fun, knowing that this is one trip of a lifetime. So here you go. There are 15 items that you could salvage from the wreckage. And you have to identify, rank, and rate these items in the order of priority that you believe will help you. So in the sheet that you have downloaded, the PDF file, there is a column which says self. If you are able to see self, you will see a column which is an editable PDF. Depending upon, so for example, if someone says that, okay, I feel that the book Leading in Crisis is #1 for me, I will rank it as #1. None of the items can have the same ranking. Clear? Instructions are very clear. Each item will get a unique number from 1 to 15. No two items can be tied at the same spot. Any questions till now?
No.
Yes, no, thank you.
No, sir.
Am I alone or there is somebody else with me?
We are with you.
There are people with you, but for this activity, first level activity, you need to rank basis your individual assessment, which is the self part. You need to fill in the self rating. Okay, the items are visible. Yes.
So, and like over here, it's ideal rank and self ranking.
Yeah, so fill the self ranking. Ideal ranking is something which we will come towards the end of the session. All good?
Yes.
Yeah. So you have this item. Now follow the instructions and make sure that you understand what I'm saying very clearly. It is important for you in this situation to identify what is important for you as an individual. From the list of 15, you have 2 minutes. Ideally, I would want you to rank all 15, but because we have a limitation of time for 2 minutes, rank the top 5 based on your requirement and the order of importance that you feel will help you. So for example, if someone feels water is the #1 priority, you can rank it at #1. If book is #5, rank up to 5. And if you still have time, you move up to number 15. But ideally, I would need the top 5 to be filled in. And each one of you will get 2 minutes to do this. And remember, it's about me as an individual. It's my life which is at stake. Now, every movie, every serial, every web series that you watch, there is something called as Kahani Mein Twist, isn't it? So here are some additional information points for you, which is critical for you to remember. And this is coming up on your screen and you may read it. I will also read it out for the benefit of all. You can survive for a maximum of 3 days if the temperature is at 120 degrees and a maximum of 10 days at 100 degrees. If you decide to walk all night and rest all day, you can still survive for 3 days at 120 degrees and 5 days at max for 100 degrees. On the first day, dehydration will take up to 5% of your weight, body weight. And on the second day, it will increase to 10%. On the first day on the desert, you will develop thirst, sleepiness, you will have no appetite, and your pulse rate will increase. On the second day, you will develop dizziness, headache, inability to walk, indistinct speech. And on the third day, you develop deafness, low visibility, inability to swallow, and worst case, death is a possibility. With these additional aspects of information available for you, now I would request you to get back to the sheet and start ranking the items in the order of your requirement and importance, which you feel will save you, and the time is 2 minutes. The timer has already started. Yeah.
We have to do it in the column of self-ranking, right?
Yes, self.
Can we have the list of items on the screen?
I will do that. Just give me a moment. You're able to see it?
Yes.
Great.
Water map, flashlight, food.
One minute is up.
Done. Done.
Okay, 2 minutes are up. Cursors away from the screen, mouse, hands off your mouse, and get ready for the next step. Everyone was able to rank 5, the top 5?
Yes.
Yes.
Could any of you go through all 15?
Yes.
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 Okay,
Yes.
super, super. So we also have some people who could go through 15. Now is the most important part. In the next activity, what we need to do, Vivaswan, could you please confirm the availability of the breakout rooms?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll give you the instructions and then you will be moved. So here is the set of instructions for you. Each one of you will be moved into a breakout room. And here is where you need to start looking at coming to a consensus. All participants in that particular room, irrespective of what you may have agreed for yourself, need to come up with a mutually acceptable solution, which means that when you walk out from that breakout room to the main room after the time is over, all of you are speaking in the same language as this is the number one for my team. Are we clear on this?
Yes.
Yes.
And again, in the interest of time, we would prefer the top 5 to be looked at first. If you have time beyond that, you can get into identifying the next 10 as well. The time allocated, we will have about 2 minutes for all of us to move into the breakout rooms. As soon as the teams are in the breakout rooms, you can start the activity. And I would want volunteers here, where in each of the room there would be one observer, and you don't need to announce who the observer is. You would probably, once you are in the room, you will participate, at the same time announce to the room that you are the observer. And I will ask you certain questions towards the end, where I want a perspective from you as an observer. Are we fine with that?
Yes.
Yes.
Any questions till now?
No.
Any questions? Good, right?
No.
So
So
Vivaswan,
the observer plays a part as part of the team also, and also then be two hats.
yes, yes, double role. Ram Sham Sita Gita. Okay, and that's what we do at Toastmasters, right? Sometimes you have to wear double hat, triple hats, depending upon the role player not turning up. So observer is someone who will also be a part of the team, at the same time observe. But please ensure that you announce to the team and you go ahead. Otherwise, I'll have 10 people in the room and all come up and say I'm the observer. So avoid that as a. So are we ready, Vivaswan, with the breakout rooms?
Yes, we are.
So can we start assigning people into the breakout rooms, please?
Yeah, just before we move everyone to the breakout room, when you want to come back, click on leave the breakout room once. It will give you an option of return to the original meeting or leave the meeting. So then click on return to the main room or original meeting, whatever is the exact option. So you will be able to come back. Right now, once I open the rooms, you will get a notification that the host wants to add you to the breakout room. So just click OK.
Okay, so the time is, we are estimating around 2 minutes for the activity for people to move into the breakout room. You will have about 5 minutes to 6 minutes to discuss. And once the 5 minutes are over, there will be 2 minutes to conclude and finalize the top 5. And then we return to the main room. So overall, this should be for about 10 minutes. Are we all okay with this?
But people have moved.
That's fine, that's fine.
Yeah.
The observers have already been told who they are, right?
No, they have
No,
to
they
decide
will
by
just-
themselves.
Okay, they have to decide by themselves. Okay.
Okay, are we audible in all of the rooms?
No, we will not be. And we cannot pass a message unless you are a host. Only the host can send a message to all the breakout rooms.
Yeah.
So we have 12 more participants here. So I think except for 2, which is, I will join from an alternate mobile into one of the breakout rooms. So I'm also there active.
Yeah.
So I'll be on mute here. Okay.
Yeah. So I will also join one of the rooms then.
Yes, please.
Yeah. We have to rejoin in what? How much time? Total 10 minutes, right?
10-minute waves one.
Yeah.
Could you send a message to the breakout room that first they need to identify an observer as well, just as a reminder?
Yeah.
So waves one, you can also move to one of the rooms.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just looking which room has lesser people.
Okay. We have a few more who are unassigned.
Yeah, Ajay sir is not yet assigned.
We have 8 participants I can see, which means around 7 participants. We have about 6 people in this room. Rutuja, Tushar, Shilpa. Hi. Did you not get an invitation to join a breakout room?
Actually, yeah, this is Shilpa here.
Yes, Shilpa.
Hello. I joined just some 5 minutes back, so I'm not getting what is happening here.
Oh, okay, okay. So you joined late.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is an activity where people have been given. I'll just share. Just give me one moment. I'll share it on this group. So I'll post it on chat. There is a file which is there. Now this is an activity which is to understand what you will do if you are standard. If you are stranded, sorry, did you get the PDF file? All the members in this room.
Sorry.
On the chat, you will see on the chat.
No, I haven't got.
I have sent it to everyone. You will see a file called as castaway 2020 July.pdf. Can you click on chat?
Can you share it again?
I'll send it again.
Oh, then let me just observe.
Sure. So
Let me just observe and enjoy.
Unfortunately, you're in a room where we are all non-participants. You could have actually enjoyed if you were in one of the rooms. Let me see if I can ask someone to put you into a breakout room. Do you see an option called as breakout rooms in the bottom?
Yeah, I'm seeing. Yes, there is one option. Join breakout room.
Yeah, just join into one of the rooms, any one of the rooms. All of you just join randomly. It will give you an idea of what's happening.
Has anybody seen we have a parachute also? Yeah, it's red and white in color. So if somebody's searching for us properly. So parachute and aerial map, we can reach faster than wasting our energy walking. Another point. Aerial map, we will still need to walk the 100 miles. You don't have to work hard. If the land is there, these are the validity of the value with new ideas, isn't it? I mean, what else will you do with it? Because you are on the ground. On flat land, how do you use the parachute here? You can just spread it on the land so that you are there. And there are kinds of food growing around, and we are hit by a landmine. Yeah. So, as we are hit by a landmine, it is probably a military area. Yeah. So, I think we should have a more priority over the knife and the pistol. And also, it is written we have cactus growing around. Okay. Yeah. So we can. Many desert cactus. Can I finish, please? Can I finish? Yeah, sorry. Yeah. We can use the knife to tear down the cactus as well, so that we can extract water. Yeah. 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 So I think pistol and knife should be our second and third top priority. Because even military can be there around. So I think even I agree. Knife. I think we should put knife and number. Yes. That's so nice. Then so the green one. Compass. No one is talking about the compass because we need to find direction. More than anything, you need a magnetic compass. So north, south, east, west, and is that okay? I mean, I don't. I really want to see when you are leaving the side where your gas is heading towards any campsite nearby. So you can always have one plan during the way, and then I said, to select you. And for that, one of this compass and not the avenue. Compass can always be there. Then you guys should see at this point if you want to just survive at the crash site or want to go somewhere else to change the compass can always. See, instinctively, I think we don't want to just stare at the crash site and try to survive. We are trying to find a way out. Instinctively, survival includes trying to find a way out and a better circumstances, for which we need these 5 items. A knife to cut through a weapon. In number 3. Yeah, 100 is approximately equal to 160 kilometers. So if we are seeking for survival for 3 days, it is impossible. I mean, it is very much impossible to travel 160 kilometers in this desert, I think. So I think we should sort out for some rescue operation in the sense using parachute and markings and using the pistol we can fire so that anybody can come to your rescue. I don't think we can escape 100 miles in field. No, another thing that I feel is, see, there are landmines around, so while walking, you might step on something. So parachute would be a good rescue, is what I feel. So maybe the first thing we need to do is find out how we can get rescued, and then probably you can survive. So now number 3 should be what? Quickly, we've got 3 minutes left. Yeah, go on. First tip.
Hello. Yeah, reminders you have to send. I can't send it. So, yeah. Yeah. 2 minutes you can give. Yeah. Done.
Parachute. Let's go for parachute. I guess. And it's bigger than the probably all of us can. Yeah. Number 4. That was my argument. What do you think? Now, this one on this side. I think let's go with the salt. Salt. Yeah, correct. Go ahead. Yeah, salt. I think salt. Aishwarya, what do you think?
Ma'am, I think we need a flashlight because during night we cannot see anything if we are in the middle of desert. So I think flashlight is important as well.
Correct. I guess the clear sky. I think so.
Hi, Amrit. The others are in an activity. They'll come back in a minute.
Okay. Awesome.
So, Amrit, you have to go to office or you're operating from home?
So we go to office on 2 days, Mondays and Wednesdays. So there's somebody who picks me up and somebody who drops me. So which is why kitne baje ghar pahunchungi, then you finish all that process of sanitizing. Which is why I couldn't commit to a specific time that I'd be home.
No worries, no worries.
You all are working from home only, Brilliant?
Yeah, we are operating from home.
Okay.
It's tough, but because the zone which we have our office in is red zone, so it's difficult.
Yeah.
Brilliant. I'll just join all the other meeting rooms and I'll tell them to rejoin into the.
Yes, yes, please. So we'll wait for them to join.
The breakout room from here itself, no?
Excellent. So anyone who was a part of the breakout, have you joined back? I see about 42 people here. Unmute yourself, please.
Yes, joined.
We have joined.
Yes.
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 How was the experience in the breakout room?
Great.
Awesome. Awesome.
Good. Nice.
We felt we were in the desert.
You felt you were in the desert. And anything specific you felt when you were there in that particular room?
Luckily for us, our team was very cooperative, so we didn't have any juggling, saying that we are very right. That I really liked that. I appreciated our team that it was very cooperative.
Nice.
I feel everyone was committed in finding a solution which is suitable for the whole team. So it was good.
I found that everybody in my team has an excellent imagination.
Wow. Who was that? Tejaswini. Could you wish to elaborate? By the time people come in, it will be good for us to know.
If I click on close all rooms, everybody will be back anyways, right?
Yes.
So should I just do that?
Yes, please. I think they are so
we want to
activity.
save that list. We want to save that list. We are talking about saving the list.
Brilliant. We got very much engrossed in the activity. We did not want to leave the room.
Nice. One gang is still remaining, breakout 5, so I'll just call them back.
Yeah, sure. Tejaswini, where are you? Where are you?
Here I am.
Yes, tell me.
Everybody had an excellent imagination in the sense that everybody had different plans of how to save themselves. And I also got to know that people have a fair amount of understanding of aerial routes and army knives, and I saw people correcting each other. No, aerial map is not for this. Aerial map is actually for that. And one very interesting point somebody came up with is why do you need a compass if you're planning to travel at the night time, because the sun will eventually tell you that east and west, and you'll be able to figure out. So yes, yeah, so brilliant imagination, and it was good actually.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
Any other interesting aspects in your respective breakouts?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Yeah, it's Nidhi. I
Yeah,
wanted to tell my team was very interested in using vodka for some reason. Luckily,
Raise a toast.
we did not.
So I'm sure people wanted to raise a toast in the desert.
I think I just realized after doing this
Vodka would be a
activity,
good burning agent. Like you can burn parachutes and whatever the cloth material you have. So as a signal to the aerial routes, it can happen.
Oh, wow.
I like to chime in. I
Yes,
think I
yes,
just
please.
realized that after doing the activity, when we were sort of leaving the breakout, I just realized that it's important to first finalize the strategy and then pick your items.
Exactly.
What we did was we chose the items and then we were like sort of thinking about the strategy. So it just sort of, I had that eye-opening moment that maybe we need to first look at the strategy and then pick the item. So I'm not sure though. Help us out.
Brilliant. I'm closing all rooms because a few
Yes,
members
yes.
are having trouble rejoining.
Okay, sure, sure.
Yeah.
So we'll wait for them about a minute or so and we'll begin with the debriefing activity. So yeah, there was someone else also who wanted to share. I think Kirtiraj.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. One good thing which I observed was that like people were actually utilizing the objects which were present. For example, if there is knife, so we can actually cut the cactus and eat it. So that kind of like alternate things were also being discussed. So whatever items are there with us, how to maximize the efficiency of those things which are the resources which are with us. That thing was best.
Wonderful.
And also Tata salt helps in retaining water.
Tata salt.
Someone said if you put salt on cactus, it will give out water. Someone said that someone did a PhD on vodka and how it will help you survive in the desert. And we also had people debating about how does the aerial map view and everything works. So we had all PhD in our room.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah, actually, same was the case in our team also. We were deciding between whether to choose between map or a compass, and many people are also interested in bringing vodka with themselves. And we could based on the discussion, our team could really go on a vacation in the desert someday.
And you don't need to worry if you get stranded, right? So you know what. That's it. That's it.
There are so many brilliant people in our team actually. When for the things for example, army knife. Everybody had thought that army knife would have no use, but somebody suggested that we could cut off the the cactus and could extract the juice from it. So various innovative ideas too.
Okay. Great. So Vivaswan, all back into this room now.
Some of them had issues in rejoining, but most of like 99% people are back.
So we can start with the next steps, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing those interesting sound bites and tips and tricks that you learned in your breakout rooms. So now it's time for us to introspect. When you began this activity, you began as an individual, right? Because it all begins with me. And then by a random selection, you were put into a room where you may have had the members that you know, or some people you may have met for the first time, and you were forced to act as a team. Now it's time for us to understand, and this is where at some point of time, I will request each observer from each of the room to chip in when I'm asking you to do that. Now this is the main part of the session. Why did we do this, and what is it that we are about to learn? Some of it did come up during the catch up which we had during the time we waited for others to join back.
Brilliant. Just 1 second. A couple of members are asking me that if we can share the meeting link on your respective club group. So feel free to do that.
Yeah. Please,
Let
please,
others
please.
others also join in. No worries.
No worries. No worries. Yeah.
Yeah.
So most important, each breakout room, one person can respond. What was your priority?
Water.
No. Water is an item which you choose, but what was your
Survival.
priority?
Survival.
Survival. Sir, we were more worried about the team than our own selves.
Okay.
Priority
So
was to come at a common conclusion in the least
Dehydration.
possible.
okay.
Brilliant. This is Lancy.
Yes,
Right.
Lancy.
Okay. The first thing that I established in the group, right? Okay, and I'm glad that they chose me as the observer. But the first thing that I told them is that they need to have pick up somebody as a team leader, someone that has a vision and value, someone that in a real crisis can then take over and have a team building exercise so that everybody comes in eventually onto the same platform with the thinking that it is not one person who works in there, but it's a group that works in there. So you respect everybody. And also the leader in that particular scenario has to work out that if somebody is quiet, you encourage someone to speak out because that person might have a good in a brainstorming session. So basically, for me, I felt that this is the team building exercise. The first priority is to establish rules and regulations and a team core so that it's productive and proactive. This is my thought.
So Lancy, that I would say is the second step. I would ask you, what was your priority? Priority can be just two.
Yeah, the priority, of course, is
Saving
survival.
the whole
Survival.
team, not just
Survival.
ourselves.
It's the survival.
No.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other?
Yes, yes.
Thinking about the whole team and not just ourselves.
I have something to add.
Yes, yes, please.
You know, we had Hobson's choice of us. We were crashing at the campsite. So the point was to survive at the campsite. So we need a certain set of things, or to move away from there and go towards freedom. And therefore, what do we need? We have to decide between the two things. We have crashed at the campsite. It's night, and now what do we need? Or should we need pick up a certain set of other things to move from there and find our way to freedom? So that was our first discussion.
Wonderful, Veena. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Your choice is between two. One is to get rescued or be rescued, make that action towards getting rescued, or second was stay in place and survive. Wonderful. Once that was said, what were the key data points that you and your team analyzed? Quick answers. Quick answers.
Whether we are going to travel in the day, because we decided that we will travel. So we decided whether we are going to travel in the day, travel in the night, and how are we going to travel.
Okay, wonderful. Any other points?
Use something that would help us in sending a signal for somebody to rescue us.
Okay. Any other points?
We deliberated on what are the common things each one of us has so that it becomes easy to concur, and then we discuss on the differences, and then we came to a conclusion as to what we need.
Right. So if you look at how the instructions were provided, there were so many data points. It was purely raw data, and maybe you had to do something to analyze it and come up with probably what we call as decision-making points for you to act upon. Now, this is where I want the observers to help me. Each room, one observer, whoever was appointed or self-appointed observers, who took control of the activity in your room. Yes, responses, please.
Yeah, in my room, I was the observer, brilliant. And for the longest time in the beginning, there was no expression or no voice at all. Then I took the lead, perhaps naturally, and asked them, so what do you think? What about you? What about this one, that one? And then slowly the answers came out and the reasons for giving the answers came out. So initially, the observer became the leader became the observer.
It's the day moment. Yeah.
Brilliant. In session 5, we established right away. You know, I told these people that we really need to have someone to take the whole straight away. So since Atharva has started the conversation in about in the first few 40 seconds, we established him and said, you take control of the activity.
Okay. Okay. Great. Then Was there any conflict in the team? Someone said, I want this, and other said, no, this is not useful.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Obviously, there would have been
Conflict is, it comes without saying actually.
It is natural, isn't it? Wow. And is conflict good, bad, ugly?
It was like a
Good.
debate.
Good.
It is
Good to
good.
reach to a conclusion.
Right.
Depends
It
on
gives
how
you
you
a
handle it.
perspective. It
You
depends on how you handle it.
Yeah.
It gives you a perspective of what someone else is saying. I heard someone say that knife could be used for this. And now again, observers, any ideas which got discarded saying, nahi, nahi, ye to bakwas hai. This is not something useful. Any ideas which got discarded? None?
Yes.
Got discarded? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, great. And any reason why it was
Salt
why it
was
was
discarded because somebody thought that it is used when there's dehydration, but it actually makes you lose more water.
Okay, so difference in points of views, right?
Yeah.
Vodka was also discarded because someone thought it was only for pleasure. But I gave I gave the suggestion that perhaps if you're injured for some reason, we are using a knife, we are cutting through cactus, and suppose you're injured, then vodka can act as a disinfectant. So,
right.
But that was discarded straight away promptly.
Okay, great. And how many of you were really conscious of the time?
Yeah, we all were.
Yes. Yes.
Actually,
We were looking at the clock.
extra time, it would have been much
We
more
kept
fun.
saying
The
3
more time
minutes.
you have, it would have been fun. But remember, this is something very important, and this applies to you in your journey of Toastmasters as well. Your journey starts on 1st July. It ends on 30th of June. Not a single day extra, not an hour more. So you have to be conscious that whatever you need to achieve in your capacity as a leader, as a member, you need to do it in that particular time. And everything has a time attached to it. And that's why if you look at the program, we attach a premium to time for everything. And any members were silent? Yes, I heard someone say that there were many people who were silent and were pushed to be a part of it. It's important to know that while a person may or may not be active, their points could actually add huge value to the entire team. The ideas that they bring in, maybe they are shy, they are reluctant, maybe because they don't feel a part of the team or they are introverts, they would say, I don't want to actually look at this, right? So it's important that as a part of the team, you're not just a leader, but also a part of the team. So make sure that you include as many people as possible in the decision making. And towards the end, was there a consensus or you decided on majority wins?
Consensus.
There was a consensus.
Consensus and
There was a
majority both.
Honest answer.
I would say our team went with majority.
Went with majority. Okay.
Majority.
Yeah, it's not always possible to get 100% yes from everyone.
Yeah,
Consensus
exactly.
is very difficult. So in such cases, you need to go with the majority because end of the day, it's about making sure that what needs to be done gets done, right? Now it's time for each one of you to reflect on how you can effectively strengthen the teamwork. It's important to know that while you are a leader, you are a part of a team member, there are skills which are critical to make you effective, both as an individual contributor as well as a team leader, which is listening skills tops the list. And then there is influencing skills. I may not have the capacity to influence people, but there is, for example, Kirtiraj, who's an influencer and can get things done. So I need to work with Kirtiraj and get it done. And that's how a well-functioning team works. We complement each other. Now, information management is one of the biggest part for any role that you take, be it leadership, be it your work. You have raw data at hand. Some of it may feel that it is out of context, but it is for you to understand how do you analyze it. And that means that you need to know what are the resources that you have at hand and you make the best of it, right?
Yes.
And then comes the conflict management part. There is obviously, because I am so excited, I know that I want to do this, I want to do this, I want my voice to be heard, or there would be someone else who's just standing there and saying, "Jaane do, kya farak padta hai? What goes of my father?" Right? Mere baap ka kya jata hai? Kind of person. I don't want to participate, but conflicts are good. And it is for you to understand if there are members in your team who can help deal with conflicts. So for example, I'm looking at people who are on my screen right now. There is Lancy, there is Beena, and there is Kirtiraj. I can work with Lancy, but I cannot work with Beena. Beena can work with Kirtiraj, but Beena cannot work with me. So now how do I leverage Lancy to work with all these people in the team to make sure that we achieve the objectives that we want to? And that's where understanding the team styles or management styles for conflict helps. Now, this is the expert ranking. Now, this is where I want all of you individually to open up your sheets and check on your team scores. Which one did you choose as number one? Anyone had the silverback CD of Michael Jackson as the number one ranking item?
No.
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 And why is it? Because you can use
I
it
had
as, who is this?
Sunita Patil.
Sunita. Okay. Your team had it? I'm asking team, not you.
Team, no. Team didn't have it, but I had it personally.
Individual is fine. I'm saying you couldn't convince it. See, now this
Yes.
is where again, your viewpoint could have been put forth in an effective manner to make them understand why is it important. As you can see, it can be used as a reflector to reflect the sun, right? Marks and Spencer overcoat. Anyone got this in the top 5?
Yes.
Second position.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Good. Water, obviously, I'm sure many of you would have got, right?
Yes.
Flashlight?
Yes.
Yes.
Parachute?
Yes.
Did you?
Yes.
And I'm not
We chucked the overcoat and chose the parachute because.
Yeah,
okay.
same here. We did the same thing. We
Okay.
thought that it will cover more people.
Oh, okay. And parachute is actually used for protection because it's a large object.
Yeah.
It can
Yes.
cover a larger portion and it can protect you from heat and dust. Whereas the coat will help only one person.
Correct.
Exactly.
Army knife, I'm sure
Yes.
some of you I heard
Yes.
they
Yes.
had.
A lot.
So you
Yes.
can
Yeah.
use this to
We
cut
have
the
that.
cactus. Anyone had raincoat?
No.
No, because it was already a desert. So
So now this is where you need to understand probably some element of science. If you had some members in your team who were scientists or studied science, you will understand that there is a process where water condenses and it falls back. So they dig holes, they do something and water gets collected. So you can use raincoat as a collector for water droplets. Pistol. Anyone selected pistol in the top 5?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yes. Number
Oh,
3.
We did.
Number 3. But
Protection.
ideally it is not for protection. It is used for
As a
helping you.
flare.
Yes. And if you remember what I said, so on the 3rd day, your voice starts blabbering and you're not able to talk. And if you have to communicate, there needs to be some means through which you can communicate. And then you go on. The book was just put in to say, okay, if you're deciding that all day you're sitting inside the parachute, you can read and just relax. Magnetic compass, no use. Aerial route map, no use because you don't even know the coordinates. Gauze bandage, in this context, no use. Vodka and salt packets, actually dangerous because it dehydrates. If you had an opportunity to sell all 15, it would have been different. Because you have only top 5 to select, you need to be sure that this is what you select. Now, individually, what I would suggest is you go back to your respective sheets and you do this. You can do it offline as well. Try to find out the difference. So, for example, if I had water as number 4 and the expert ranking says 3, the difference would be 1. It is an absolute score. It is not plus minus. So, whatever is the difference between the two. And the sum total is what you will get in terms of a difference. So the expert score and your score being 0 means that you are the expert. That means there is no difference.
What if we have a different idea other than the expert? Because the magnetic compass, unless you have some direction tool with you, how can you proceed in any direction for that matter?
No, that's where it is no use.
It's of use, no? You at least know where is the north and in which direction you want to go.
No, for example, in this context, please remember, if you had the choice of selecting all 15, it would have been probably useful. But in this context where you have to select top 5, it is not of any use.
We've always believed, right, in any survival thing, we've always had that the magnetic compass throughout the years and throughout centuries has been one of the main guiding
Agreed.
force, isn't it? Yeah.
Lancy, listen to me.
Yeah.
In the context, you have to select only top 5. Overall, the compass is useful if you want to make a move. And remember, you are about 100 miles away from the location, and it's a desert. It's at around 100 to 120 degrees centigrade. So you cannot continue walking, and by the third day, you are completely famished. So you need to remember the context. So this is something based on a simulation, and please remember the context is more important. Yes, the tool is useful in a context where you know for sure that you can make, for example, you know you have additional support system, you have camels along with you, or you have sufficient quantity of water, you have sufficient quantity to make you comfortable, then that compass can be useful when you keep walking, when you have those resources. But in this context, for example, vodka, someone said, if there is a snake bite, it could be used as a antiseptic. It is useful. Salt again is useful, but again in this context, it is not. So context
So
is the most important.
strategy, just to excuse me, the strategy was to stay at the same location, not to move here and there.
Right. Yes.
No.
That is your strategy, right?
No, that's on the basis of that strategy, this list is okay.
Yes.
If you decide to move in any direction, then you
things will
must
change.
have the compass with you. Yeah.
Then things will change.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. Okay. So please remember, while all of these items, if you had the luxury to carry, you will definitely carry, right? I mean, you would not want to leave anything. It's that mentality that you carry as much as you want. But again, this expands into another level where if I put a weight to each of these and restrict it to the number of people that are traveling, what are the things that you will travel? Because you are assuming that you are traveling only with your own body weight. But if you carry, let's say, there is 5 liters of water along with you, there are some additional toolkits, it becomes heavier and it is not easy to walk with that. Right?
Correct.
I have one query over here.
Yes, Kirti.
Yeah, so like this particular expert ranking has been created on the basis of a person staying at one place. But most of us created our ranking on the basis of if the person is moving to say an oasis or coming back to the base camp. So how much, like obviously if we take the difference, it will have a lot of discrepancies, right? Because the context is entirely different. We thought that we have to move, whereas this is regarding like we have to stay at that place only.
Can I just interrupt in between? Like, this is a game finally, just to, like, the final purpose is to get together, develop some skills, to understand what actually goes on. Of course, there will be debate, like of this expert. Like, so, and again, if we scale this game to the whole earth, the same thing happens. So who is the expert, who is this? But the context in this meeting is to just come together, not debate, and take good things out of it, learn something, and let's not like fight over what is the best answer. Let's acknowledge that we have learned something.
Atharva, sorry to interrupt again, but we are again discussing here only. We are not fighting.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
With the
Okay.
pistol in our hand.
It's
That's
fine.
okay.
It's fine.
Just we
Okay.
are wanting to understand what is the logic behind this expert, so-called expert ranking. That's all. We are not judging it.
Yeah, I understand. Okay. Okay. Don't get into that arguments.
Everyone,
let's
we are
focus.
kind of running short of time now. So
So thank you, Vivasan.
yeah.
And yes, so the idea, let me tell you, this is based on a simulation. Please remember, it's a simulation where they know for sure that 100 miles is not something which is very easy for anyone to just travel with the conditions that are there. So their idea is to stay put. And then, as I said, this game gets expanded into the second level where they will give you additional input saying that there is a search party that will leave on the second day looking out for you. So ideally, by the third day is when you get rescued. So your intention is to stay put and survive for 3 days.
Oh.
And that is the most important part.
May I add just one thing?
Yes, please. I can't see who this is, but yeah.
This is Sushrut.
Yes.
If anyone has watched the movie Flight of the Phoenix, Has anyone watched that?
Yes,
Not,
myself. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure you watch that movie, especially
Mm.
after this debate.
Mhm.
It's a really, really excellent movie.
So, as I said, please remember that there is always a context to anything that is done. And this expert ranking has been created by military experts who have created this as a simulation activity with an intent that people need to survive. Okay, now we will skip this because this is something which we already discussed, which is about identifying the difference between your score and the expert score. For example, if the army knife was 6 from the expert and your was 10, the difference would be 4. And if you add those, if it is greater than 25, your chances of survival becomes lower. And if it exceeds 50, it means that there is very limited scope that you will ever be surviving. The whole intent for you is to look at how do you look at decisions? What are the key aspects that helps you make decisions? Because there are so many data points, there are so many thoughts. Yes, every one and every point is valid, but most important for you to remember is the context in which you're looking at every activity. So for example, I may want to do certain thing, but in the context, it may or may not apply. And that's where your strategy is what makes the difference. You need to start with a strategy saying that I know I cannot walk 100 miles. Even if I do by any computation, it's night, it's tough. I don't know the way. Even if I try to do anything, it will be difficult. What is important is what the team needs to come up with. And you need to work on it. There are so many distraction points saying, okay, this could be useful, this could be useful. But go back to, there is something called as 3 Ps. Okay, we always talk about a process, we always talk about people. But when there is a conflict between a people related activity to a process of, adherence, you need to remember the most important P, that is the purpose. And if you know what the purpose is, everything will become crystal clear and your activities will start working out together. And you need to know what is the best option for solving the problem at hand. We will all have difference of opinion. As for example, someone had CD as number 1, but probably internally the discussion point could not be pushed through. So it's important that we understand and manage that there could be biases saying, "Arey nahi chahiye yaar, gaana kaun sunega desert mein." You need to look at the viewpoint and you should also be in a position to put across your point in an effective manner. And that's what is critical. But most important part is time is ticking. And if you don't make the right choices, 3 days is the max you get. And that's why you need to go back to the data points. In one of the breakout rooms that I was in, I could hear someone saying that it's 100 miles, 160 kilometers approximately. It's difficult to walk. So you need to start thinking about every element. So it is an activity which brings out so many elements of an individual that it's difficult for us to conclude this session in just the time that is allocated. This ideally we do it for a 2 to 3 hour activity where it extends into the second part where we say, okay, the rescue team is now out and let us know where you are in the ecosystem. And that's when the game becomes challenging and interesting. So that's it from my side. Thank you so much for participating. I hope that each one of you can take back some of these lessons and implement it. And always remember, time continues to tick for all of us. It really doesn't matter whether you're a president, you're a VP education, you're a district officer, international officer, we have one term. We need to make sure that we make the most of it. And I wish all of you good luck. Thank you for inviting me for this session here today. I had fun listening to the different perspectives. And yes, it's a wonderful thing to have a discussion and a debate, but unfortunately, we do not have time to expand on it. So thank you so much for everyone who contributed. And back to, where is the presiding officer? I can't see. Swapnil, back to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, distinguished
Thank
Toastmaster.
you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Brilliant. It was an innovative concept. We really enjoyed and there was so much to learn from it. Well, has Toastmaster Nitesh joined?
Nitesh will join in towards the end of the meeting. He is caught up in another meeting right now.
Okay, then now I'll be handing over the stage to someone who is an assistant investment advisor at Wealth Managers India Private Limited. He's one of the enthusiastic Toastmasters. He has won awards in many contests. He has also won the Division Star Award last year. So let us welcome with a huge round of applause Toastmaster Vivaswan Damle, the president of club.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Swapnil. And a big thank you to distinguished Toastmaster Brilliant for conducting such a lovely session, which I'm sure all of us have enjoyed. Now, after some serious discussion about how to survive, let's talk about how to survive the fear of impromptu speaking. Are all of you excited for the next session?
Yep.
Great. Then I welcome all of you to Table Topics Gauntlet Tournament, where you have to challenge the champion and stay on till the last moment to win the trophy. Well, a hypothetical trophy. I'll just explain the rules right now. Two people will start a table topic in the normal contest format, where one of them will be moved to the waiting room or a breakout room, and then a topic will be given. Once both the speakers are done speaking, our three prestigious judges, that is Division S Director Toastmaster Hardik Shah, Area P2 Director Toastmaster Swapna Shirodkar, and one of the winners of IPL Mumbai Toastmasters, Toastmaster Ankita, these three judges will be sharing the scores with me. Now, whichever speaker gets the higher score stays on, and he will be the crowned champion for that moment. Then I'll ask from the audience to challenge the champion. And how do you do that? Just type in the text box, send a message to everyone chat, not personally to me, to everyone, that I challenge the champion. And whoever says the first message, I'll pick that up. Now, in some cases, I might call a few specific people onto the stage to challenge the current champion. But for that, it's just nepotism. It happens everywhere. So don't blame me for that. Jokes aside, we will start with the first two contenders. So if you want to be the first two contenders, type in that I want to be the contender in the everyone's chat. Whichever are the first two, those get selected. Utkarsh, you don't have to type me, you have to type I want to be the first contender. I don't see any chats yet. Okay, guest NK is the first contender and Utkarsh is another contender. So can we have your videos on?
Yeah, this is NK.
Yeah, hi NK. I saw Utkarsh screen for Utkarsh message first and then NK's. So can we just cancel the spotlight on me since we are sharing the screen? Give me a second. Yeah, so Nandakumar and Utkarsh. So Nandakumar, you can stay in the room. Utkarsh, I will move you to the waiting room.
Okay.
And the timing will be same as any other table topic, that is 1 to 2 minutes. Green card will be shown at 1 minute, yellow card will be shown at 1 minute 30 seconds, red card will be shown at 2 minutes, and the buzzer will ring at 2, like there is no buzzer, you will be muted at 2 minutes 30 seconds. There is no disqualification, so you don't need to worry about that. So Utkarsh is now in the waiting room and he cannot hear us now. So Toastmaster Nandakumar, are you ready?
Yeah, I hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are audible. Mansi, are you ready? Timer Mansi, are you ready?
Yes, I couldn't find the unmute button. I'm ready.
Okay, great. So since we were talking about survival, we will have a topic called airplane crash. And you have to convince, you are in a crashing airplane, you have to convince the rest of the audience why you should get the only parachute that is there in the flight. Do you get the concept? Now I will give you a character and you will have to speak as that character. So for example, if I say Salman Khan, you will have to speak as Salman Khan. Are you ready?
Yeah, I don't have to mimic him, right?
That's up to you.
Okay.
Yeah. So Toastmaster Nanda Kumar, your character is Saurav Ganguly. Saurav Ganguly, Toastmaster Nanda Kumar.
Oi Baba, the plane is about to crash and the pilot is not able to save us. Now, what would we do? Okay, I'll tell you something. I am Saurav Ganguly. You all know me, right? And I have captained the Indian cricket team and taken them from the dumps to the top. I know the job. So what I'll do is I'll distribute you both. Okay, all of you sitting in seat numbers 1 to 15, move towards the cockpit. And all of you other people sitting from 16 to whatever is the last seat, please move to the other door so that we can exit the plane as soon as it crash lands in the sea. Believe me, the doors will pop open and you just need to slide out and get hold of the life jacket. Oops, wait a minute. Okay, so now please listen carefully. 1 to 15 front, 16 to 31 back at the door. I'll be the last man out. And just to save myself, let me keep the parachute to myself so that in case something goes wrong, I am there to guide you to the victory. Because I am the Dada. I am Saurav Ganguly, and if I can take care of the Indian cricket team and now BCCI, I can certainly take care of this plane and take you to safety. So please keep your faith in not just cricket, but your Dada, and give the parachute to me. Thank you. Back to Vyaswan.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nanda Kumar. Now let us admit Utkarsh. In the meanwhile, judges, you can send me the scores. So the scoring will be done out of 10 and whoever is the highest score at the end of the round wins. Utkarsh, do we have you with us?
Yes,
Yeah, can you turn on your video?
that's on.
Where are you? Let me see. Anvay, can you spotlight Utkarsh if you see him? Yeah. So Toastmaster Utkarsh, your type of topic is an airplane crash. You're in a crashing airplane and you have to convince the audience why you should get the only parachute that is remaining in the plane. But there is a twist. I will give you a character, for example, Salman Khan, and you have to speak as that character. Are you ready?
Yes.
So Toastmaster Utkarsh, you are Saurav Ganguly. You are Saurav Ganguly, Toastmaster Utkarsh.
Ki bolche? Hello everyone. Since the airplane is crashing and there's only one parachute left, I believe I should get it. Let me remind you, I played World Cup for you guys. I'm the boss. I'm the head of cricket. I'm the king. And yes, you people love cricket so much. Perhaps I might be the new coach for the Team India. If you guys let me take the parachute, I ensure you, Team India will win each and every World Cup next, since I would be the coach, and your souls in heaven would stay in peace because finally India is winning. Moreover, we Indians also do homas for so that India would win. Therefore, what I suggest is, please give me the parachute. Yes, I am important for the country. because cricket is important for the country. We don't play hockey. We don't go and watch our national game, but we do watch cricket. Moreover, it is going to be played in Mumbai, in UAE, sorry. And I would be the coach. Please give me the parachute. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Utkarsh. I'm just waiting for the scores from the judges. In the meanwhile, whoever wants to challenge the eventual champion, you can say, okay, I've already received a message from Niket that he wants to challenge the champion. So he is the challenger. Congratulations. Nidhi, you are a bit slow right now. Let me just check the score. Okay, so I have received the scores from the judges, and I won't reveal the scores. I'll just announce the winners. If you want to know the scores, I'll DM them to you personally later on. The winner for the first round is Toastmaster NK. Congratulations, you are the champion for now.
Thank you. Thank you.
And as the champion, you will be speaking second. Niket will be the first one speaking. Niket, can you turn on your audio and video? Bina ma'am, you have to type it in. Yes, you are. Can he be spotlighted? Yes, he is spotlighted. Bina ma'am, you have to type in, I want to be the challenger when I announce it. That's the fun. But I'll call a few people on my own as well. So, no, meanwhile, I'll first move NK to the waiting room. NK, we will call you back in some time.
Sure.
Yes, he's in the waiting room. So, Niket, you are aware of the type of topic called sales pitch. I will give you an object and you have to sell it to the person or audience that I tell you. Are you ready?
Yes.
Timer, are you ready? Yes?
Yes, I'm ready.
Yeah. So Toastmaster Niket, you have to sell a calculator to a 3-year-old baby. You have to sell a calculator to a 3-year-old baby. Toastmaster Niket.
See, I understand that you won't understand anything that I say, but please try to focus, because 20 years down the line, you will understand what I'm saying today. This in my hand is not a calculator. This is a multi-purpose device. You can dial with it. You can count numbers on it. You can learn from this how to count. You can learn multiplication as well. You can count the number of chocolates that you want. This is not just a simple calculator. What it does is it also allows you to dial to the people whom you want to talk. Your grandmother, your grandfather, the people who are not even in this world, you can dial them with this smart device. You might think that what would I do with this black and white combination? But one day you will realize that if you had bought this, you need not even go to school. This is a magical device. This will allow you not to eat whatever your mother asks you to. You can eat whatever you want if you have this device. Therefore, I recommend you that you buy it. There are some other advantages of buying this device as well. That is, whenever you close your eyes and press some accidental numbers, random numbers, you will be able to meet whichever friends you want to meet, even though you might not have at this age, but soon there will be an age where you will want to have lots and lots of friends. So at that time, this device might be useful. This is not only a calculator, not only a mobile, but this is a magical device which can produce whatever food you want if you press the correct number. Now, what is the correct number? That you will learn at a later age. But if you do not buy this device, what will you do with all your knowledge when you grow up? Therefore, I recommend that buy this device, and only then you will be able to calculate, you will be able to call people, you will be able to meet the people that you want, and you will be able to order the food of your own choice. Therefore, I am senior to you. I realize the importance of this device. I did not get it when I was 3 years old. And I have spent next 31 years of my life
trying to figure out this device. Therefore, please, oh please, dear baby, please buy it. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Niket. Now I'll admit NK. Now we have to pray to the Zoom master to spotlight NK. Oh, Zoom master, please spotlight NK. NK, can you just check your audio once?
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Have I received the scores from the judges? Yes, I have. Judges, can you just total it in the meanwhile? Like, I know it's just 3 digits, but I'll focus on the meeting instead.
We are making us work a lot.
So, NK, your type of topic is a sales pitch. I'll give you an object that you have to sell to an audience that I'll tell you. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So you have to sell a calculator to a 3-year-old baby. You have to sell a calculator to a 3-year-old baby, Toastmaster NK.
What a cute baby. How much does he smile? I think I'm in love with you, baby. And I know you are capable. You are so capable, and your parents won't let you do anything. They think you may break things. I know you want to push things, you want to turn things upside down, and you want things to appear magically on the screen. But the TV is switched off. But I think I have something for you. I have this square looking object which can be a very different toy. And you know what? You can press it as hard as you want it. It won't break. In fact, it may produce some nice sounds. And in that little screen that you see over there, you will find some numbers appearing. And you know what? It has magic powers too. If you use these symbols which are onto the right hand side of the calculator, it magically multiplies, divides, and equal to all that the teachers are going to teach you in next couple of years. Baby, I know you're brilliant. You may be just 3 years old, but this calculator is just the instrument for you to prove, not just to your parents, but also to the whole world, that a baby may be a baby, but it has a brain and it can work on a calculator. So here's for you: multiply, divide, and do what you want with this calculator. This is one thing which is going to remain with you as young as yourself. Back to the TMOD.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster NK. Now, meanwhile, while I get the judges, you should not. Okay, I have to ask and only then you have to challenge. Please send the challenges now. Okay. I think I saw one from Amrit first. So Amrit, you are the next challenger. Nidhi, don't be sad. It's just how the game rules are. In the meanwhile, let me check the judges' score. Now, do you think NK has defended his crown for now?
Yes.
Yes, he has.
Yes.
So, Toastmaster
Thank
NK, you're still the champion, and I'll move you to the waiting room once again.
Thank you very much.
The next type of table topic is abstract, which means I'll give just one word and the Toastmaster has to speak for 1 to 2 minutes on that topic. So Toastmaster Nidhi, since you were so upset that you didn't get a chance, give me a random word.
Puppet.
Puppet. Toastmaster Amrit, your word is puppet. Toastmaster Amrit, puppet.
Am I clearly audible and visible?
Yes, you are.
Thank you. When I think of puppets, I think of this song that was done very brilliantly many years back by Falguni Pathak. Maine payal hai chankai. I have been ringing my silver bells for you. So she's singing this. The payal is an anklet which is worn by women generally, and she is singing this song supposedly for somebody that she really likes, and that's her way of sort of inviting that person. So when I think of puppets, I think of this beautiful song where she's actually used puppets to enact the whole song. So guys, picture this. You've seen the beautiful fields of sunflowers, poppy and mustard seeds that you see in every Yash Raj film, typically in a DDLJ kind of like a format. Same type of theme. The girl puppet is actually wearing a beautiful white dress, and the boy that she is supposedly calling is wearing very similar to what Shah Rukh wore in Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge or DDLJ as it's popularly known. And the same scene looks so beautiful. The way the puppets fold their hands, raise their hands, they dance, it's so cute and so nicely done. And the best part at the end of all of this in the song is the four girls who are organizing this puppet show for the audience. They get together and they dance with Falguni. And to me, I think that's the essence of everything you do in life. Have fun, enjoy yourselves, go out there and just do things that make you happy. Just like those four girls in that song, I wish you all the love, all the luck, and all the happiness. And a little bit of dancing never hurts anyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amrit. Now we'll call back NK. In the meanwhile, judges, you can send me the scores. NK, do we have you back? Yes, we have NK back. So, champion NK, the next type of topic is abstract, which means I will give you one word and you have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes on that topic. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Toastmaster NK, puppet. Puppet, Toastmaster NK.
Life, we feel, is in our control. But little we know that we are mere puppets with our strings, not just with God, but with everyone around us. Let's start right from the childhood. How many of you can say that what you are now is what you wanted to be a child? I wanted to be a painter. Not painting, but a painter who paints the wall of the house. Could I become a painter? No, because me, the puppet, string was pulled my father, who sent me off packing to the school to study. After I finished my studies and decided that I want to do something else in life, money came calling and I had to pick up the first job that came my way. So once again, me, the puppet, was pulled by a string known as finance. Finally, when I was well settled into my job, I thought, finally I have my strings and I can pull it the way I want. But then I got married. And being married, I realized I just don't have anything in my hands. And everything was handed over either to the God or to my wife. So my puppet life continues, and I keep dancing to every tune that the God and my wife plays. By the way, I'm enjoying it. Back to Vivaswan.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster NK. Right now, I am the one pulling the strings for everyone over here. Judges, you can send me the scores. In the meanwhile, next challenger, I am not going to decide by who speaks first or who challenges first. Who is the youngest Toastmaster or guest that we have today? Who is the youngest speaker? If you think that you are the youngest, just tell me. Okay, Madhur has raised his hand. Madhur, can you unmute and tell your age?
Hello, I'm Madhur. I'm 21 and
21.
I'm 1 month old Toastmaster.
No. In just the age. Anyone younger than 21 over here?
Me, but I'm serving as an accountant. So
Okay, so you are disqualified.
I'm the youngest.
How old are you, Akash?
19.
19. So Rakshita, you are also out.
I'm 20.
Yeah. So I guess Akash is the youngest. So we will have Akash, and we are still waiting for the result. I forgot about that. So the total here is, yep. So has NK again defended his crown? Yes, he has. So NK, you go on and you go on again to the waiting room.
Yeah, thank you, Vivaswan and everyone. But I feel we can give a chance to someone else.
So since you are the champion, you can nominate anyone to be the champion in your place, but you won't win the final award then.
Yeah, I think that's fine with me because I'll go content winning, being a winner, but not that, but being Toastmaster, I would love to give opportunity to others. And one of my, whom I follow, DTM Bina, if you would like to take on, I think she's in the meeting, I'm on a mobile. If she would like to take on, I would like to nominate her.
So Toastmaster Sunil Gavaskar passing the bat on to whoever you want to be Toastmaster Bina.
Yes.
So now the next contest will be between Toastmaster Akash and Toastmaster Bina. Toastmaster Bina, I'll move you to the waiting room. The next type of topic is a 3-point story, which means I will give you 3 points and you have to develop a story out of that. Just that, don't ignore any 1 point out of it, otherwise the judges will mark you down. Now the 3 points for you are, since Akash, I know a bit, so the character is the Nepal Prime Minister, Mr. Oli. The object that you have is a mask, and the place you are in is Africa. So Oli, mask, and Africa.
Am I being audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. So, of late, lot of memes are coming up with regards to the Nepalese Prime Minister. So, in an imaginary situation, let us assume that the Prime Minister of Nepal has declared that his country has found out the vaccine for this ongoing pandemic. And his country has come up with a very peculiar, invention that by wearing the mask can fully be protected by the vaccine, by the virus, and that you need not take any sort of medicine as such, but just by wearing the mask, you can go anywhere. I mean, you can just wander out. And that one of the countries in Africa has partnered with Nepal in manufacturing this type of mask. And the specialty of this mask is that the moment you inhale the virus, that is the pathogens which are present in the air, it purifies them and it gives out purified carbon dioxide when we exhale. So that is what he considers as a vaccine, which will ensure protection, 100% protection from the virus. So that is currently hitting the headlines, and the Prime Minister is very much optimistic about this so-called invention of his country. And yeah, that is all I've got to say. Over to the Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Akash. Now from one of the youngest Toastmasters to one of the senior most Toastmasters, Let me invite Bina ma'am. Bina ma'am is joining the room. In the meanwhile, judges, you can send me the scores. By the way, we are running 5 minutes overtime right now. So if you don't mind staying 10 minutes longer, then we can have one more challenger after this, one last challenger, if everyone is okay with it. Is that okay? I see a few thumbs up. So I think we will have one last challenger after this. Bina ma'am, are you there?
Can you see me?
Yeah, we can see you, but from a bottom angle.
I'll just turn the thing. Yeah. Okay. Now.
Now you're sideways. Yeah. Now we can see you.
Okay.
So Toastmaster Bina, your type of topic is a 3-point story, which means I will give you 3 distinct points and you will have to connect them to make a story. Are you ready?
Yes.
So your points are: first, Nepal Prime Minister Oli; second is a mask; and third is Africa.
Okay. Table Topics Master, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. Indeed, I have been wanting to travel the world all over, and this has been my ardent desire. So instead of going way out to the US, to England, and to other countries, Western countries, I thought I will explore something that is around our borders. So I said, let's go to Nepal. And my family quickly agreed. But they said on one condition, that we have to visit the palace. Now, how do I visit the Prime Minister's house? Prime Minister's house? No, they said the palace. I said, I can best do the Prime Minister's house because I have some connection there. So they said, that's okay. And so I contacted the Prime Minister. He was gracious enough to invite us to his rooms for a session of tea in the evening, Minister Oli. And all of us trooped there. But he had one condition, and that was to wear a mask. And given the current conditions, we agreed in the twinkling of an eye. And there we were, all of us seated in his beautiful rooms having a cup of tea with the Prime Minister. So that was one tick off my list. And now, having satiated themselves with Nepal, my family said, let's go to Africa. I said, from Nepal to Africa? Yeah, why not? We are on a holiday anyway. So off we went to the airport, booked ourselves in, and trooped into Africa. What a beautiful place. The deserts of Africa reminded me of certain activities we just did about Thar Desert, but they were beautiful. The sunsets, the animals, all so lovely that we had a wonderful time, enjoyed the place. So remember, Toastmasters, what you decide on the spur of the moment, if you have your plans in place and if you have a strategy, you can do it. Over to the Toast.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bina, rather distinguished Toastmaster Bina. And for the last contender, let me have a unique. Okay, I already started getting all the challenges. let me choose a unique criteria. I'll select the first message from someone that I have never met or talked to before. So let's give a chance to someone that I don't know. Sanat, Kirtiraj, Atharva, I know all of you. I know all of you. So Toastmaster, but you still have to challenge. Okay, so I see a message from Toastmaster Anumeha. So Toastmaster Anumeha, are you there?
Yeah, hi, Anumeha this side.
Yeah. Hi, so you will be challenging the next champion. Let me just check the scores from the judges. And the champion for this round is the champion that the champion had nominated, distinguished Toastmaster Bina. So good attempt, Akash. And even if you didn't win the trophy, you won lots of hearts, lots of appreciation. So congratulations. Bina ma'am, I'll move you again to the waiting room.
Okay.
Okay. So, do we have Nitesh with us? Yes, Nitesh, are you there?
Yes, I am here.
So, Toastmaster Anumeha, our district director Nitesh will suggest you a topic. I have absolutely no control over that, and you have to speak on that. Nitesh, are you okay with that?
Okay.
All right. All right. So, Anumeya, this was on the spot for me, so please excuse me. Anumeya, you woke up in the morning and you're jobless. What would be your first reaction?
What would be my first reaction?
Yeah.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm Toastmaster Anumaya here. I woke up this morning and I suddenly found that I'm jobless. Truly telling, I'm really happy today because I have been so much bothered with the kind of tasks, the projects that I have got continuously, so much work. I have been planning to travel for such a long time, and this is the time. This is the time that I'm going to pack my bags. You know what? You must be thinking this is Corona time. No, but I am not disappointed. The reason is that I will secretly slip into a place where there would be no humans around to infect me. And besides that, the best part will be that there will be no one around, so the nature would be at its best beauty. One more thing. You must be thinking that why I'm not worried about getting a job right now. I think that when I come back from the traveling, I would have pondered so much about everything, and I would have actually understood that what I want to do in my life. And I think then getting a job would be a better option. And let me tell you, I have been looking for other job options, so I am not at all worried about being jobless right now. What else? Yeah, I can sleep a little more every single morning. Yeah, that will be really, really brilliant. What more? Yeah, I've been not able to exercise for such a long time. I have grown so much fat. Yeah, so this is the best time that I can actually take care of my health. So in a way, being jobless is going to be a literally boon for me. I would rather say, think about it, that if you wake up next morning, then I will wish you can be jobless for a moment and you can think about what are the actual perks that you're going to get. Thank you so much. Over to you, TMOD.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anumeha. Now let us welcome our distinguished Toastmaster back. Didi, be ready to give the topic again if you are there. The same topic, of course. Bina ma'am is still joining. Yes. DTM Bina, do we have you? Yeah. Can you just check your audio once?
Yes, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, you are audible. And the person who will give you the topic is a special person for all of us. That is the District Director, DTM Nitesh Agarwal.
Okay.
Nitesh, over to you.
Thanks, Yuvaswan. Bina, you wake up in the morning and you find that you are jobless. How will you react?
Tabletop it's Master, fellow Toastmasters, and yes, I wake up in the morning and suddenly I find I'm out of a job. That's today. But it happened to be to me in March when 24th March COVID struck. Everything was down and out, and no one called me back to give lectures. So I'm quite used to the fact that I'm not being called to college to give lectures. I've gotten into the habit of staying at home. So it comes as no surprise to me at all that I am jobless. Please remember, Toastmasters, I am 65 years old, and what money I earn is for my own. I do not have to run the house with it. My husband has done his work and some and kept us in good nick. So, whatever job I was doing was for my own enjoyment. Okay, at 65, you can do a Marie Kondo and become lean, mean, and Spartan and not at all spend. So, what little money we have in the rainy day, take it out, splurge if you want, gently, I'm none the worse for the wear. If I have no job, I'm not unhappy. Because you have to take things as they come. Maybe times will change. Maybe after December 2020, we will have a new era. I will have another job online. At the rate I'm going at Toastmasters and talking and meeting people inside India and outside, perhaps someone will call me and ask me to give a motivational speech. That is my desire and dream. Maybe that will be my next job. So I'm not worried if I'm jobless. Over to you.
Thank you so much, DTM Bina, and thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Nitesh. Now it is time for the final scores I have to receive from the judges. While I get that, I'll just tell you in a couple of lines how this concept was found. In March, I came up with this idea of impromptu Premier League, and that became a hit across Pune initially, and then we several other districts as in the geographical districts. After that, Toastmaster Hardik Shah and Toastmaster Sauvik Mukherjee, right? Yeah. So both of them came up with this excellent format, which allows lots of people to participate and is not as challenging to organize as the IPL. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Hardik Shah, Toastmaster Swapna Shirodkar, and Toastmaster Ankita Chauhan for being the judges, and Hardik for helping me come up with this format with your ingenious ideas. Thank you so much. And let me just check the scores from the judges. Okay, I have the scores from the judges, and the winner is going to be announced in the closing address. So that's it for this session. Did you guys enjoy?
Yes.
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 Excellent. Now, Nitesh, if you're there, it is time to hear from our lovely division director.
Yes, Vivasan, I'm here.
Okay, so before we ask him to speak, let me just give you an introduction. I know that most of you already know him, but still let us get to know him better. He is an IT professional since the last 11 years and has been recognized for innovation, customer service, leadership, and going the extra mile. He volunteers at Toastmasters International to spread awareness about the importance of public speaking and leadership skills. He has also an experience of 9 years in Toastmasters and has served on various leadership roles and committees and has created record breaking brand awareness and has been published in the magazine as well. He has also added 10 new cities to District 98, and he is a family man who in his free time likes to do some photography as well. So without any further ado, let's call the always smiling District Director of District 98, distinguished Toastmaster Nitesh Agarwal.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Vivasan, for this warm invite. I'm really happy that I attended some time back and I was able to witness this call-in challenge. It's a new concept that is keeping everyone engaged. So excellent idea by all the team members that were involved in this. I'm here with a very special message, and I would like to share something from my ancestor. Now, how many of you know Agresan Maharaj? All right, I see a few hands. Now he is the founder of Agarwal. All right, he is the forefather. Now the story is like Agresan Maharaj, the area that he was ruling, over there he had this rule. Anyone from outside who is visiting his village, trying to settle over there, will get one brick from every house that is there and will get 1 paisa or whatever the monetary thing was at that time. Now the logic behind this was all the houses that were there, they were giving 1 brick. So anyone who's coming from the outside gets bricks to build a house. The other thing is that everyone is giving at least 1 monetary value to that person. So the person is also financially stable. Now, there is a very deep lesson in this. If you try to really think deep in this, a very noble cause, a very noble. And I'm only talking about this because Toastmasters has been just like that. 9 years ago, when I joined, when I was welcomed as a single member, I was given one mentor, and all the clubs were there to help me. Likewise, Toastmaster Club of Pune West, over these years, and I've been glad to be the division director also for this club in 2015. I've seen this club grow like anything and help so many members find new ways, find new career, give them the confidence to speak up and make a career for themselves. This is what all Toastmasters is all about. Leadership and communication skills are there personally, but we never imagine the byproduct that comes out of it. This family that we all love, the club meeting that we would like to go to weekly, it's not for us. We are doing it for others. So we are all selfless. We are here to welcome that new person in our club by being their mentor of 1 rupee and giving them one break of that pathways to become a better person. That is what is all about. And Toastmasters Club of Pune West has been an ideal example of this. Over the years, all the club officers with their blood and sweat, they have built this club that we are reaping fruits of. And we should continue this legacy. And the guests that are here today, I would like to tell you that consider the president of the club as the Agression Maharaj. Sorry to comparing, but just analogically, Vivaswan as the Maharaj of this club, welcoming you wholeheartedly and telling you to join this club so that we can help you become a better communicator and better leader. With this message, stay safe. It really troubles me to hear news that some of our Toastmasters were affected with COVID and some of their family members lost their life. So this is very important. Please be cautious. Please stay safe with whatever you're doing. Whenever you're stepping out, follow all safety protocols. This is where I would like to end my speech. Over to you, President Vivaswan. Thank you.
Thank you so much, DTM Nitesh. We love having you here. I know your schedule is going to be quite busy over this year, but we will love to have you over and over again. Now, I'll hand the stage back over to Toastmasters Swapnil since we have a couple of reports to get done before the closing address. Over to you, Toastmaster Swapnil.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vivaswan.
Swapnil, you can just be a bit louder. That's the request of many members. Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Vivaswan. So before we move on with the role players, can anyone say the club mission of our club mission of Toastmasters? I want volunteers.
May I?
Who is it?
Rahul, our counter.
Yes.
Toastmasters provides a positive and supportive learning experience in which members are empowered to, in which members are encouraged to, empower their communication and leadership skills, which results in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Am I right?
Little bit you jumbled up, you ate out few words. So it is basically, we provide a supportive and positive learning experience resulting in better self-confidence and personal growth, but good attempt.
Okay.
With this, we move on with the evaluation. And to present our counter report for today, let us welcome Toastmaster Rahul Tangsali.
Thank you, Master of Ceremony, Toastmaster Swapnil. Actually, due to bad network issue, I am unable to, turn on my video. So extremely sorry for that. So I'm ready with the report, which consists of the pauses and the filler words, which you guys used in your speeches. Unfortunately, at the beginning of the meeting, due to bad network issue, I was unable to give my introduction. But thank you, Toastmaster Shamika, for introducing my role So I would start with my report. So beginning with the presiding officer, Toastmaster Mansi, you had just one short pause. Then the master of ceremony, Toastmaster Swapnil, you are flawless. Then the educational session by distinguished Toastmaster Brilliant. Though it was for one long hour, you did a fantastic job. There were only 2 short pauses and 2 repeated words in that entire 1 hour of the activity which you conducted. Then Toastmaster Vivaswan, you had 1 short pause and 1 repeated word. Even kudos to you. Even your activity was consisting of 45 long minutes. Even you did a great job. Then moving on to the contestants, Toastmaster Nandakumar or NK, I should say. You had 1 and 1 short pause. Then Toastmaster Utkarsh, you had one A, one short pause, and one repeated word. Then Toastmaster Niket, you had one repeated word. Then Toastmaster Amrit, you were flawless. Toastmaster Akash, you had 5 A's, 2 short pauses, and one so. So you used as a repeated word. Then Distinguished Toastmaster Bina, you were flawless. Distinguished Toastmaster Nitish, you had just one repeated word. And Toastmaster Anumeha, you had one A and one repeated word. So to conclude, the speeches were excellent today, and there was as minimum use of these filler words and pauses in your speeches, and I encourage that it continues to be so in the coming meetings as well. So that's it from my side. Over to the master of ceremony.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rahul. It was a fabulous report. Now we come towards the final showdown, and to present about the overall happenings of the meeting, let us welcome General Evaluator for today, Toastmaster Himanshu Inamdar.
Thank you, Swapnil. Good evening, everyone. So when Vivaswan sent me the agenda for today's meeting, I was a little worried as to what I would be able to speak during the GE report, because the agenda was so crisp with such specific sessions that were planned for a longer period of time that I was wondering about the number of people I would be able to evaluate. However, that has really not turned out to be the case, and it's been a wonderful meeting that I have really enjoyed. First of all, congratulations to the entire executive committee and the club for having reached this milestone of 450 meetings. And it's my privilege to be a general evaluator for this meeting today. Now, moving on to the evaluation, I would go in sequence in terms of the role players. First was the master of ceremony, Toastmaster Swapnil. I really enjoyed the fact that he began with sort of a rhyme today for the meeting. That was something different that we generally don't get to see an MOC or an SA do. That was really well done. Swapnil was super enthusiastic in the meeting, and not just in the meeting. I was seeing on and off on social media also about the amount of PR that was going on for this particular meeting, and Swapnil was really at the forefront of that. So wonderful job done today from Swapnil, not just in terms of being the MOC, but also for all of the PR that's been done for this meeting. Now I have a few recommendations. The first was that whenever it comes to salutations for all of us, it might be a good idea to keep an eye on who is there right now in the meeting, as opposed to who we were told is going to be there, right? So in that case, now what happened today was that during the time of the salutation, the CJD or the DD were not in the room, right? And they were still welcomed by their name. So that was a minor miss, which can definitely be corrected. Second was that Toastmaster Manasi was introduced as the VP Education when she began her address. So in this particular context, it would be better to have her introduced as the acting president, since that delivering her address. That was the second recommendation. And the third was with respect to the club mission. Now, it was well done. I appreciate the fact that the club mission was corrected when it was asked for from an audience member. However, the corrected club mission had one point missing. So I'm just going to repeat what was said, and then I will repeat the correction also. So what was said was, we provide a supportive and positive learning experience which results in greater self-confidence and personal growth. The mission is, we provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. So that phrase in between about empowerment was missing. So these are the three recommendations I have. Wonderful job done today, Swapnil. The acting president, Toastmaster Mansi, I really appreciated the fact that the address was drawn from personal experience. While sharing some of her personal experiences, she also bridged it very well to give a sort of primer for the meeting in terms of explaining to the audience about what it was that we can expect. That was also really well done. I have just one recommendation, that the opening address itself, it contained a little bit of humor, it contained a little bit of nostalgia, but I did not find that same humor or nostalgia reflected in the voice or in the facial expressions. So that is something that can definitely be worked upon. That's the only recommendation I have. The session that we had today from Brilliant, a wonderful session, really interactive. It got all of us engaged in that particular activity. and there was something that we all had to learn from in this session. Now, I really also appreciate the specific direction that Brilliant gave to the discussion during the debriefing, where he pointed the discussion towards the kind of lessons that we wanted to draw away from it. So that was really well done. I have a couple of recommendations. That is one more commendation. Sorry, that in terms of time, now since we would not have been able to manage 15, we ensured that it was cut down to only 5 items. So that was something which ensured that we could fit that session in the time we had for this meeting. I have two recommendations. One was that the point I felt that was missed, that the observer was supposed to be chosen by the group, and then it was later on communicated through a broadcast message. So that was one minor miss. And the second was during the discussion, I felt that we could have had a system to have people raise hands in Zoom to make it a little bit more systematic, because there came a point when there was a lot of commotion and people kept interrupting each other. So that was the only thing I felt could have been done better, maybe with the help of the Zoom master. Overall, I really enjoyed this session. I have been a part of this similar session before, but it was something, there's something different every time to take away from it. The table topics master, Toastmaster Vivaswan, not really a table topics session, perhaps, that we can call it today, something slightly different. And it's something that has become, I believe, Vivaswan's forte to bring about a lot of innovation for table topics. A fantastic selection of topics, as well as the organization of the session. And when I saw the name of that session on the agenda, even I was really curious what it's about. And in fact, I had messaged Vivaswan earlier in the afternoon about that. Oh, this was really a wonderful, enjoyable session in terms of continuing the kind of innovation that we have been having in table topics in recent times. The only recommendation I have is I felt time management became an issue. We are at 9:15 right now, and the table topic session was really something which could have helped us to get back in time here. That's the only recommendation I have. The R counter, Rahul. Now, with so many speakers that we had today, with that table topics gauntlet, as well as the fact that it's an online meeting, it really becomes difficult to pay attention. But Rahul ensured that as the R counter, he did that. And not only that, he also stepped in when there was that minor issue at the start in terms of the connection. So really well done. I have two recommendations. One is that the flawless speakers could have been listed separately at the end rather than one by one in between. And the second recommendation is that for a few speakers, the R counter did list out that there were, say, maybe 2 repeated words or 3 repeated words. It would be helpful to also tell the speakers about which those repeated words were, because then that makes it a really more specific point of improvement. So these are the two recommendations from Rahul from my side. Now, some few comments for the meeting. Like I said, when I was evaluating Swapnil's role through this meeting, the PR for this meeting has really been wonderful. There have been a lot of innovative ideas that have gone into this meeting, and I think we are all evolving now to become to make this online meeting format more enjoyable and be more engaged and interactive throughout these meetings. I have a few recommendations here. First is a general recommendation for a lot of us who had roles which needed us to refer to notes. Now, what I've noticed happens is that we might have those notes somewhere else rather than on the device that we are using. And then the problem that happens is in terms of keeping eye contact. So a simple thing that we can do here is, now in my case, what I'm doing as the GE, I was just noting down my points on a notepad file. And now I'm just doing a split screen where Zoom is occupying a part of my screen and that notepad file is occupying a part of my screen. So I don't have to look elsewhere to refer to my notes. So that is something which all of us can do to ensure that we are still maintaining that eye contact with the camera whenever we still have to refer to notes. So that is one. Second recommendation I have is that in Toastmasters, the speeches that we have, the speech projects that we have, they are really a core part of the education program. While I understand that time was definitely a challenge, maybe considering the fact that it's a milestone meeting and something we want to showcase as a celebration, we could maybe have had at least one prepared speech, if not more, to really encapsulate the entire offering that Toastmasters has to give us. So these are the only two recommendations from my side in terms of the overall conduct of the meeting. So thank you so much for having me here as the general evaluator today. I've really enjoyed the meeting and I hope all of you have enjoyed it too. Over to you, Swapnil.
Thank you, Toastmaster Himanshu. Indeed, the recommendations, we would definitely work on that. And thank you so much for your feedback. Now it is a moment of glory for some of us. And to present the closing address and hand over the awards to the winner, we have President Toastmaster Vivaswan. So let us welcome Toastmaster Vivaswan for the press closing address.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Swapnil. I would like to begin the address by thanking everyone who has stayed back despite us being, I'll say, significantly late as compared to the timing that was mentioned on the agenda. During the reports of our counter and general evaluator, I was constantly looking down to see, okay, what's the participants' position, what's the participants' position. And I'm happy to announce that we lost only 2 participants during the whole time. So I'm really, really grateful to all of you that you stayed back even after getting late. Next, I would like to tell in a couple of minutes about my journey in Toastmasters. And I would like to start by thanking Toastmaster Ria for introducing me to Toastmasters. She literally dragged me to one of the Toastmasters Club of Pune South meetings. And since then, I just did not stop. During that time, I attended 7 Toastmasters clubs as a guest just to decide which club was suitable for me. And eventually, it was one of the past presidents, that is Toastmaster Sachin, whose, say, the way he presented himself just drew me to this club. The warmth that he had, and the guiding position that he had as the president in the club, it just very easily drew me to this club. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Sachin. Had it not been for you, then I would still be a part of Toastmasters, but probably somewhere else. I am proud to say that I am a part of Toastmasters Club of Pune West. And from that day to now, where when quite a few guests or say other Toastmasters come to our club, they tell me that you inspire us, or they tell me that, okay, it was a lovely speech by you, or thank you for calling us to this meeting. So that way, I feel that I have made a journey from being a guest to being at a position which had brought me to this club in the first place. So this coinciding with the 450th meeting, I feel really glad to be here. I won't bore all of you more than that. And we'll move to the awards for now. I'll just share my screen for the awards. Give me a thumbs up when you see the screen. Okay. So the best, or the rather champion of table topics gauntlet, is Toastmaster Anumeha. She stepped in at the last moment and won the award. So congratulations, Toastmaster Anumeha. If you're still here, then greetings from Toastmasters Club of Pune West. And we hope to see you in the club again and again and again. And one final certificate that I have to give today is to DTM Brilliant SK. Since he is already so accomplished in Toastmasters, I thought, what else could I give? What will a digital certificate make any difference to him? So I feel the Numero Uno Cool Guy Award is something that he deserves. So thank you so much, Brilliant SK. Please accept this certificate from the club. If all of you also want to achieve such Numero Uno Cool Guy awards, then keep visiting Toastmasters Club of Pune West. We do give such unique certificates occasionally. I see quite a few of you laughing, so I guess my small prank worked over here. With that, we come towards the end of the meeting. I'll just name out the past presidents that I know and thank them for their service in the past. Otherwise, the club would have never reached the milestone of 450 meetings. So since I know Toastmaster Aishwarya Gowde, Toastmaster Mihir Mansorwale, Toastmaster Sushrut Joshi, Toastmaster Tushar Karande, Toastmaster Sachin Mahabaleshwarkar, me, am I missing anyone? Toastmaster Tejaswini, and all the past presidents who I never met. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for making Toastmasters Club of Pune what it is as on today. With that, we come to the end of this meeting. I'll officially close the recording, and after that, those who wants to stay on can stay on. I'll just put the feedback form link in the chat. So I'll appreciate if all of you can take some time to fill it out. Once the meeting is over, I'll be anyways mailing the form link to all of you. So please do let us know, not just the good points and the bouquets, but also the brickbats. We have a milestone 10th year anniversary meeting coming in August. So we will definitely use your suggestions to have an even better meeting in a few weeks. That's it. Thank you so much from Toastmasters Club of Pune West, and good night.